This isn't my usual hat. Oh, the scandal. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. Today's the 21st day of VEDA, and it's a Thursday. And also, wow, the 21st already, literally where is this month gone? But, as you could tell by my interesting choice of outfit and my deliberately ham-fisted intro, well, first of all, it's Thursday, so it's time for another top 5, and I feel like this one kind of blurs the line between top 5s that are relevant to me and my interests, and top 5s that no one will give a shit about, because, as I said last week, there's no point in me doing top 5 colours of the rainbow, or, top 10 days of the week, because who cares what I think about that sort of thing? And I feel like what I'm doing this week is relevant to me and my interests and my identity as a channel and all that stuff, but at the same time, kind of who cares? In case you couldn't tell, I'm doing my top 5 hats. And the 2 that I've worn so far are kind of also Rans. Like, I have in this room alone 8 hats, and I have more that aren't permanent fixtures in my collection, but that I own anyway, and obviously those didn't even get a look in. And so of this short list of 8, I've had to cut 3 of them, and they're still getting featured in the video because they are still parts of my hat repertoire, my repper hat. That's dumb. Anyway, I figured, since they're part of my core team of hats, but they're not in my top 5, they should at least get some sort of visual shout-out. So, I don't know why you'd care, but hey, I figured all of my hats have stories behind them, or at very least the top 5 do, so let's crack on with that list then. Because clearly you care, right? Right? Number 5 on this list is my beret. I sincerely couldn't tell you why I bought this, but the memory of buying it has stuck with me. I don't remember exactly why I was doing this, but I was wandering around Newcastle city centre at some point, and I found this party/costume shop, and it's rather well hidden. It's on, like, the first floor, like, it's not on street level. The only street level entrance is just a staircase leading up to the shop. I don't remember why I went looking for it, or why. I think I may have been looking for it to try and add to my flag collection, but in any case, while I was in there, I saw that, that they were selling berets to have a stereotypical Frenchman costume, I suppose, and I figured I should get one, because I have French heritage, and je peux parler un petit peu de français. I don't know. Ultimately, I have no purpose for this hat, I just have it because it makes me look super French, and that's a celebration of my heritage, and also I could use it whenever I'm portraying France in a Tumblr video. That's kind of the extent of it, that's why it's 5th on this list. It has a story behind it, but some sentiment, but not much. Like, it means that all my hats mean a lot to me, but this one, of the top 5, it's 5th place. Ramble, ramble, ramble. In 4th place, my fez. It did have a tassel on the end of this string bit. I'm not quite sure what angle to hold it at so you can actually see it, but there's a string thing hanging from it because it had a tassel like all fezzes, well, like the stereotypical fezzes do. This isn't because I'm a Whovian, although it helps. Again, I don't really have any purpose for it when it comes to videos. I did use it to portray the language side of Tumblr once, but that was a one-off character for a one-off post, so I don't see it returning in that kind of role anytime soon, but nevertheless, it's a fez. Fezzes are cool. I wear a fez now, all those references, but legitimately, they are a nice type of hat. And the origin story behind this one is some years ago, I don't remember exactly when, but my mother and I went to, debatably a concert. The group Madness, the London-based ska group Madness, the ones who did One Step Beyond, and less famously but generally betterly, The Liberty of Norton Folgate, and Our House in the Middle of Our Street, and Welcome to the House of Fun, them. And they kind of have fezzes as, that's one of their signatures, and we bought it while we were there, partly as a souvenir and partly to add to my hat collection, and so I wear it this way around a lot of the time because it's a fez, I want it to be very fez, but it actually has the Madness logo on the other side. So, it's technically a branded fez, but it's a fez all the same. So, it's my fez! Yay! In 3rd place on this list, now we're getting into some slightly more iconic territory, my steampunk top hat. I'll start with the story behind this one. I don't remember the exact situation, but Europe Scalaway and I think her father and my mother, went to Camden Market at some point together sometime last year. And we found this nice little costume shop where they were selling this multi-piece outfit that I've worn it past. I wear it for my TessHex versus literature videos. I don't remember the exact specifics, but I really wanted it because I tried it on, it really suited me, and we ended up buying it. But it was really expensive, like £300-ish expensive as I recall. And we did get a slight discount because we bought it as one entity, so the shirt, the jacket kind of thing, the trousers, the hat, and the goggles. And we got a slight discount that essentially meant that the goggles were free. And they are technically they are sold separately, but they were sold as part of the same costume piece as the hat, and I got them technically for free. And they do function as goggles. You can barely see through them, but I mean, that's how steampunk goggles work. And so, yes, I did wonder, okay, it's a really nice, expensive outfit. Where am I going to wear this? What purpose would it serve? Having spent £300 on this outfit, what am I going to use it for? Eventually, it found its home as my TessHex versus literature outfit, and well, I'm glad that it has a purpose, because where else would I wear it? I've spent a load of money on this outfit that I might otherwise never wear. I just like it. There's not much more to say, and makes me look rather dapper if I do say so myself. Position number 2 on this list? Surely you saw this coming. My EuroVISION Stetson. Once again, I believe I got this in Camden Market, if memory serves. I don't remember why I wanted a Stetson. I don't remember what was going through my head that prompted me to want this hat, but we ended up buying it, and it kind of became the EuroVISION Stetson, because I have all these hats that I assign to different purposes in videos, and I wore this in, I want to say, every single one of my Eurovision reviews. I can't speak for the really early ones, but it's kind of my icon. If I'm wearing it, you can tell I'm going to be talking about Eurovision, except here and now, because I'm talking about the hat instead. But I like how I've made it an icon within my own system. Like I recognize it as the Eurovision hat, certainly for me. And so I like that I've been able to take a garment that I liked the look of and enjoy wearing, but otherwise had no purpose or context to apply it to, and I've given it a purpose, a reason for me to wear it regularly. And of course that applies to all the other hats. That applies to, the steampunk top hat as well. But this kind of embodies that best, because Eurovision Reviews is how this channel started. And I like that I have this identifiable, regular, consistent symbol for it, because the Eurovision reviews themselves have changed a little bit over the years at this stage, but this hat has always been a constant. And also, it's foldable, so I could take it between home and university when I had to fly up north and back down, and it would fit in my luggage, no big deal. So, convenient, iconic hat. That is its own bullet point. It is a hat that hats. And finally, my favourite hat of the lot. What the fuck were you expecting? Yes, my signature red top hat. Now, I do worry somewhat that I think Total Biscuit is also a Brit who wears a top hat. I don't know. I've never seen any of his stuff, so I honestly couldn't tell you. And if that is the case, then I'm not ripping him off, because I can't help being British. That's how I was born. And I like top hats because, much like the other hats in this list, I don't know why I got it, and it was more expensive than it should have been, but I like it, I enjoyed wearing it, and again, I had this concern of, well, when am I going to wear it? Because you can't just walk around the streets of the UK in a red top hat. People are gonna single you out and take the piss and be like, oh my god, why are you wearing that hat? And so, I had it be my miscellaneous hat, the hat to wear when I'm doing videos in which I'm not doing Eurovision or book reviews, although the book review hat was kind of that came later, and the beret for representing French people. It's nice to have a general hold-all signature hat that's for videos where I don't know, at this point it doesn't look right for me to appear on camera without a hat, and I like that this is a signature part of my identity, that I have this red hat that cost over £50 that I can't wear in any other context, because why would you go out in public wearing a top hat? But I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I appreciate this was probably a really crappy list, because all I'm saying is, yep, this is a hat, got it, don't know why, I have a purpose for it now. All these hats have sentimental value to me, and I'm not sure how to express them because this jumper is too warm and I can't think when I'm overheating. But the point is, this is my signature hat, it's my number one hat, but I love all my hats, I am a hat person, and I can't be seen without wearing a hat because it would just look wrong. But, yeah. Slight meltdown aside, as literally as you want to take that, that's my top 5 hats, and well, I suppose credit to this trilby, which is a trilby, not a fedora, for acting as a surrogate for my top hat for situations where I would wear a top hat but I don't have it with me, because unlike the Stetson, the top hat isn't really easy to bring onto an aeroplane, not because they have rules against it, but because it's really unwieldy to fit in luggage because it's much more rigid than a soft fabric Stetson. So this hat just kind of appeared in my life when my mother bought it for me, and it's the backup top hat, and it's not even top hat, but it's not even on the list because I don't even know. I feel like this video was total crap, but there you go. It just proves that I'm running out of ideas for top 5s, and that it is really not appropriate weather to be wearing a jumper because I can't think for balls when I'm too hot. But I have been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and that's it for this video. See you tomorrow for the next part of VEDA, or whichever other video of mine you happen to choose to watch next, you lovely people.